Mount Vernon Middle School, sixth grade parents and students. This is your friendly neighborhood middle school principal, Mr. Williams. Happy Thursday to you, July 16th. And wow, we are less than 2 weeks away from the start of the school year, coming up Wednesday, July 29th. So, what does the school day look like for sixth graders? Parents, I know you have questions. Students, I know you're excited. So, follow this presentation, and I hope this answers some of your questions. I'm not able to answer all of them at this time, but I will say, if you stay tuned to this presentation, it'll give you an idea of what school will look like when we reopen for sixth graders. Students and parents, I want you to know that student schedules will be available by Friday by logging into Skyward. Once again, this Friday evening, July 17th. Student schedules will be available in Skyward. Also, in those schedules will be locker information as well, the locker number, the locker combination. So if you're able to, please join us next week for the sixth grade orientation. That is also located in this email coming from me in this Marauder memo. And parents, we do ask you over the school year to routinely check Skyward for student grades. So what does a school day look like? Bus drop-off begins at 8:25 a.m. in the south lot by the main entrance. Car riders, the drop-off begins at 8:25 a.m. in the north lot. And parents, if you're interested in daycare before school, the YMCA will be available, and there's more information to follow. Please stay tuned. Also, there will be after school daycare provided by the YMCA as well. And once again, parents, stay tuned. I will be sending out further information concerning that. So what does our campus look like? Well, this is a satellite picture of our campus. And sixth grade parents, I want you to know that you can drop off your student here in the north lot. This is by our football field, by the administration building. Here at the north lot, students will enter in from the north end of the building. Now, our buses will be pulling in on the south lot, which is located by the main entrance. Parents, we do ask you to understand that the front entry, the front drive, is a one-way drive, just in case you're visiting the building. And of course, over here to the west is the high school, and over to the northwest is Fortville Elementary. So what does the school day look like? Students will appear in Block 1, and Block 1 is either math, English, or a combined class of science and social studies. So basically, each sixth grader will have 3 teachers in their core sections: math, English, or science or social studies. And again, science and social studies is 1 teacher, 2 subjects taught by 1 teacher. Students will then transition to Block 2, either math, English, or the combined science social studies class. Then students will have lunch at approximately 11:45 a.m. We will be reducing and avoiding large group congregations. So what we will be doing is we will have students line up. They will go to the cafeteria and they will pick up their lunch, and then they will return to their class to eat lunch. Then students will go to Block 3 of their core classes, once again, either math, English, or the combined science and social studies class. And then the students will have their elective classes. We call them unified arts classes. And these are based upon alternating days, alternating black and gold days. For example, your student may take PE class on one day, and then the next day take band class. And once again, those will alternate. We'll have alternating black and gold days. Finally, at the end of the day, students will return to Block 3 for Marauder time. That'll give them a time to work in a study hall atmosphere, check out with their teachers, and then begin the staggered dismissal. So at the end of the day, we do have a staggered dismissal. Car rider pickup begins at 3:30 p.m. in the north lot. Bus pickup begins at 3:45 p.m. in the south lot. That's again by the main entrance. And once again, parents, the YMCA will be available after school for childcare. So once again, Pickup occurs in the very same lot where drop-off is for car riders, right there in the north lot for sixth graders. And once again, the buses will be rolling in on the south end of the building by the main entrance. So the rationale behind the school day procedures, once again, we received great guidance from the Mount Vernon Task Force, and adhering to the guidance of the CDC and the IDOE. Our rationale for school day procedures is, number one, we want to provide students with live interaction with their teachers and classmates. We want students to be able to receive support from their teachers, as well as to be able to collaborate with their classmates while maintaining social distancing as best as possible. Throughout the school day, we will have staggered transitions to avoid large group congregations. Once again, that is key. We want to avoid large group congregations. Eating lunch also in class to avoid large groups. And this is all to promote safety for our NVMS students and staff. So the big question about masks or face shields, what we call PPE, personal protective equipment. I'm pleased to say that students won't have to wear PPE all day, but students will be required to wear masks or shields during specific times. Students will be required to wear PPE during transitions, for example, like entering the building, exiting the building while in the hallway, going to the office, using the restroom, or going to the cafeteria. Please keep in mind, students and staff, that teachers may direct students to wear PPE when social distancing is not possible, such as group work or even in lab settings, like in a science lab. Also, parents, I do have teachers that have health concerns, and I thank them. They are a brave, hardworking people. Some of them do have health concerns, and they may direct students to wear masks or face shields while they're in their class. Parents, I do ask that you provide your child with multiple masks just in case. I have a seventh grade daughter, and she will be supplied with multiple masks in her backpack so that just in case she forgets one or loses one, she has a backup mask. So, what does the day look like for our virtual students that are staying home? First of all, I respect anyone who stays home for health concerns, and we want you to know that our virtual students are just as important as our in-person students. Sixth grade virtual students will need to check in every day with their Block 1 teacher for attendance purposes. Sixth grade virtual students will have 4 classes a day, just like in-person students: math, English language arts, and of course that combined class of science and social studies. And then of course, virtual students, just like in-person students, will have 2 unified arts classes alternating days. So therefore, virtual students should expect the same amount of classwork as in-person students 5 days a week. Parents, I do want you to be advised that NVMS classrooms are not set up for live streaming. Please keep in mind that virtual students will be expected to be present in video conferencing when a teacher directs them to. Parents, I hope this presentation answers some of your questions. I do realize you probably have many more questions, and I want you to know that I'll be supplying more videos over the next few days and weeks as we begin the 2020-2021 school year. So parents, students, I'm asking you to be strong, be courageous, be a marauder, and we'll see you soon.